worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. I know you do. These inter-East, you're a little more moralist now.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high concept...
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of art.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation.
It's you. We've met before.
No, you should.
Aha. Do you want... Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean... Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer. And that it would be really fucked up if you...
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza.
Do you remember the sound of wood?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you... Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate this. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police... So, naturally, being the curious cat I am... The time hath come for Tequila Sunset! The end of all things! Your reality contracted. We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out. Miraculous. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the...
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you... I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is ours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct.
If you only knew.
You told us that they were a bunch of No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got
No one's fucked me. I do.
Abigail! It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one. You kept apologizing for being such a You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid." It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. We are... Please! Okay, we're drinking. So now it's a whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why? It depends.
You might get scammed here.
Booze. Did you already forget our part? So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Then I will see you again once you've procured some.
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
You too, Tequila.
Wrong.
The noxious odor.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
You really don't have to.
Abigail. Uh-huh.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't you fucking call her! Don't.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine. Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here. You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of...
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? Aye, by amphetamine I mean speed. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both. Aye, good, my man. Now what can I offer you? See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business. You know what's crazy, actually?
He's finding it difficult to
What?
keep him talking.
This guy. Oh, this is medicinal. I got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of hell. Those arseholes. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn... But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, it's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it. £3?
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Just make sure to...
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
In the civilized...
The scruffy-haired little boy, the other one, looks indistinguishable from him. He watched the kids don't reply. The stone-kicking one.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not...
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small...
My mom's outside. And I don't really know about my dad. Yes. They don't want... They look the same. They look... identical. It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks...
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling.
Bye!
You're not sure about the melody.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please, I still have a golden ear. Come, oh, welcome, police officer.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of... No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got... He was brooding, needed some help opening the door.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Oh, the usual.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Maybe because you're an ill home. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor. Ah, look at me ramble on. Stay. But that said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't... My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm. Aye, the room is pretty bare bones, but...
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignas Nielsen was in hiding, He stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or not? Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
Just us. It's barely a village. This is pretty much a known place. A gap.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. An old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned. Now the area is crisscrossed with names. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. If you knew. And then there's the drunks. No, I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. And you here for you?
Under carts, boats, in little... She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church. Some things just don't fly, officer.
So, did...
No, we've tried, but before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex, or some kind... I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be of note. The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans. Used to be a supply depot, we think. Sending goods and ammo across. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Me? No one. Just now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on. The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peak.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your... After we are done with the day, I'll still be...
The key turns with a... On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman. You used the sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard, they feel so smooth, surprisingly so. The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven. You almost look like a professional.
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm not really sure about this turn of events.
Yeah, damage. He means...
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
You've graduated to...
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second. So what brings you here, Lawbringer? A fishing village on the seashore. This... The sign on the street, the name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Let's see. Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh? Who? Well, how can I... Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves. I sell the fish to people in the delta to serve at them. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to...
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bottles, drugs also.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
And go where? The fish are plentiful here and we get enough orders to get by. It's not great, but it's something. People imagine picking up and finding something better isn't easy. I don't mean to complain about my pauper life. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of... No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough... Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with... Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another. Better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry. Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming.
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle.
My prediction, it will be at least 2 days. Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a black block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang.
On aerial photos.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. Nasu. Yes. And you picked it up as part of the Jamrock.
It's not meant as an act.
We should move. I don't think.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails hold. You knock silently.
I guess. No.
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here.
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for. But apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about. If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that? On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it. Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task.
The door is right here. I don't know. You're a pretty good liar. Are you as good an infiltrator as you are a liar? You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the door unlocked. There might be important. row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure, a little ring. Though cheerful, there's something disdainful in the way it looks like the artist is celebrating diversity. But underneath, he's just making fun of the... No one's telling you to like. The lieutenant picks up one.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel...
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the word, and now they've drawn the ire of the Union.
An interesting little clue. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done. This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty. This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. What I can do for you is answer some... You have. And how did you like Mr. Clare? Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How... Corruption. That's how he's done it.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect...
Of course. And I don't expect you to share it. How could I stop you?
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you. And when I said, be wacky, I didn't mean wildly.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people...
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun? Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else? Weird. Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate...
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
Of course, Detective. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? By love, you did. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high quality. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Frater?
Whoa. A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of the bridge is fine enough. Look.
Can I help you?
What is this thing?
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So...
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people...
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Okay, why not? So, do you know who hanged him? I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
I've got nothing to say to you. I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing...
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel.
You set the pace and the topic of a man like Easy Leo could have said anything. Do not be restrained, sire.
I represent the Union and these men here.
A very minor victory. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not...
You set the pace and a man like Easy Leo.
I represent the Union...
A very minor victory. You caught her off guard.
No. Talk to...
It's you again. What is it?
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, you believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with...
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been given...
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around to...
So what? What do you want from me?
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. If you don't, if you question her...
What is her name?
Claudia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Yeah, Blonde. Tall. 2-room. Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like...
I don't understand what's so...
Nothing. We just have a few more questions.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
I know her.
How well?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a...
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss...
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had...
Shut up, Angie.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
What do you think I meant? Yeah, pretty much. No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any deep...
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of, I don't give a shit.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls.
Okay, enough. All of this...
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what?
It would help if we establish it.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe?
Here you go, boss.
You don't know her. Good boy. You don't know her. Not the way I do. Remember what I said. Freight train.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Officer, what was that? You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that? Is there something I should know before we talk?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. Okay, that's manageable. This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me is unprofessional.
His opinion of you has... The door is...
Who is it?
Tired.
This is the police.
Come on up. The door is...
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs. This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Godvaldian. Marked red blister pack. It's been used quite a lot. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for.
Peptide. A euphemism for pharmaceutical and...
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders, but... This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in.
Looks like it, yes.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off. The young woman looks at the Maybell. The lieutenant gives you.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still below her silvery jumpsuit.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Nice? I don't know about that, officer.
Where a ripe corpse still hangs from the tree, spotted with green and purple.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. A third place? Interesting.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from...
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like riding a copper-cycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who...
Huh. I see.
It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters. She looks at the dried petal. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been?
About 4 months. I came in here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
How long?
About 4 months. Funky town. It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling.
Clausier.
Same name that Titus gave you. It's her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls...
I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear, fail.
What about Revacholian literature?
Back to me. Right, sir. Vrede fort. Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say The record. So official. It's a bit early in the morning for rate, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna go with not. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, by they.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union member. Over drinks.
There must be more to it. You should return to this topic after you've talked about her relationship with...
We partied. A lot of...
From Titus? About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also. I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is...
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Oh, yes. I have multiple...
A bitter cringe.
You called us.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez...
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline with nail clippers. And I diverted...
You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was...
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and...
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented.
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide.
Thank you for making the call, miss.
I didn't want to, sir. And he still...
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling.
And his role in this...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked...
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Pretty much.
Warming them.
Like I said, we met a little...
Like you partied with...
No. Not...
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here. Serious.
You hear cracking in...
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not...
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief. And
should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eyes. I have bad news. You know these? Who? Me. Yes, you. You too. Me? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust. Believe it. Yes, Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to. That is correct. And omission. A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe, but when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her. You can't draw a sound conclusion. She may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably there's no way of knowing. All bullshit, man. Especially that guy. No fucking way, man. I just want really quick glory, truth, softness. How it always does. There's nothing you can. No, it's better to know you're being played. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. For a second, her face disappears from your... Still smiling. A tired smile.
Yes. You're...
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions.
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called hard. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. What else could she have done? Lie?
You would have caught it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. What do you mean by that? She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things. But I wouldn't call myself compromised. I am not easily swayed by young women. But on the other hand, the best liars are... Anyway, we should move. I suspect our